because how do you assert a value on something that is intended to be free? Hello everybody and welcome back to advent season 2024. We're giving the new camera another try today. Hopefully this time I'm not gonna cry. Maybe this time I won't delete all my footage, maybe this time it will. We'll see. Today we're doing the Neiman Marcus advent calendar for 2024. This is a 225 day, that's more days than is in Christmas, $225 advent calendar with 25 days and an estimated value of $980. I say estimated because, like, according to their own description here of this calendar, this is 25 days of deluxe beauty treats. So I'm assuming that means that there's not a single full size in here and we're just gonna get like deluxe size samples. So I think like an estimated value of $980 is fair to say, since there's a good chance there's gonna be a lot of things that say free sample like stamped on the back of it. And how much can those like actually be worth? So let's go ahead and get on into this. I do think it's very pretty. I like this nice ombre effect here with the whatever kind of pattern. I was gonna say flowers, but I don't think it's flowers. Like nice wallpaper pattern. Oh god. Oh my gosh. Okay. The calendar itself does feel nice and heavy. It's feeling $980 heavy. I don't know. The cardboard and everything does feel like nice and sturdy and substantial, so that's good. On the inside, I'm just gonna set it down. 25 days of beauty curated just for you. Experience 25 of our beauty buyer favorites to surprise and delight you as each day as you count down to the holidays. All right, let's begin here with day number 1. Oh, okay, there's a little, that's pretty sizable. Maybe there are actually gonna be full-size things in here. The box just keeps going. Oops, okay. This is actually a slightly familiar product. This is something that I received in a advent calendar at some point, perhaps Neiman Marcus from last year. But the funny thing is, I was just talking about like how kind of icky I think this scent is. This is a Maison Francis Kirkjagen Paris Baccarat Rouge candle. A bougie scented candle. The little like red chandelier on the white box, I think that's really cute. And then the actual frosted glass container here, it looks like a hotel entrance. Is it? Oh, mansion. Yeah, that's not mansion. No. Yeah, okay, no, that's not mansion. We're missing a very vital N for that to be mansion. It's a nice building. Baccarat Rouge, we just had this discussion about how it's an incredibly expensive fragrance, and it's because they use something called,
in English, ambergris or ambergris. In French, ambergris.
It's like a chunk of whale vomit, basically. Very expensive, highly sought after, and that's what they use to like fragrance the Baccarat Rouge. Did I say flavor? You don't eat it, I don't think. I don't think it smells very good. I think the candle smells better than the perfume. Yeah, like that smells pretty fine. That smells pretty good. I'm getting more of like a woodsy-ish kind of tone from this, maybe like a little bit of floral, but for some reason the perfume, at least on me, or when I smell anything that has like synthetic ambergris in it, it smells like kind of like dirt. Like almost like a hint of mop water. I don't like, it doesn't read well with me. It doesn't mix well with my bodily chemicals or something. But this tiny little candle here I think smells pretty nice. Oh, that's ridiculous. Okay, like one of the big ends is $125. This one certainly is not a big end. It's a itty bitty tiny one. Right now I'm only having luck finding it on resale websites for like between $35, $37. A 1 ounce candle. You can burn it for 45 minutes. So I'm just gonna have to go based on the ounces, the full-size candle, and then divide it up that way. So that technically makes it $12.75 an ounce, but the issue with that is, of course, like, you know, they still have to have the packaging, they have to have a little box, that kind of thing. So because the only place you can really buy it in the marketplace is on resale websites, they're an average of like 35 bucks on the resale websites. So I'm just gonna say 35. I mean, that's a very abstract value. That's why, again, well, I can't remember the word I used, but like, oh, estimated value of 980, because what is the real value? I don't know. Alrighty, moving along to day number 2 here. Oh, there's a little lady. Oh, are they giving us Okay, there's an advertisement for a slip pillowcase on the outside of these slip little hair bands here. I was like, they fit a pillowcase into this package? How'd they do that? But we have some of the pure silk slip little scrunchies. We have received these before in advent calendars, and these are pretty nice, and I think they're like 40 bucks. It's much better for the health of your hair to use something like silk on it that's just gonna slip over the hair follicle instead of like ruffling it up. This is only a 2-pack, so maybe the 2-pack isn't as expensive, but they're nice and stretchy. I actually do appreciate how big and stretchy they can get, even though I have very snap my strap. Even though I have very fine thin hair, I don't like a super tight scrunchie because I feel like it's ripping out my hair follicles. But if you have really like beautiful curly thick hair, this I'm sure could expand a decent amount to where you can actually get your hair in there. So like these are fine. These are probably a luxury I wouldn't purchase for myself, especially if these are $40, but they're not the daggone telephone cord wire ones. The curly cues, what are those called? Invisibobbles. If this was an Invisibobble, I'd be like, oh, garbage. And sorry to anybody who enjoys Invisibobble, but the little silk ones, I don't know, they could be kind of nice, and I think they're pretty pricey. So let's see how much it is for just 2 of them. Okay, well, it appears that I'm actually quite wrong about the value of the scrunchies. I don't know why, but I feel like an advent calendar past at some point we got some like fully 100% silk scrunchies that were $40. These ones, these two right here, they're worth $16. A little bit different than 40, just a little. I would also just like to point out that the $980 value is not something that I found directly from the Neiman Marcus website. It was from like a website announcing the advent calendar, because when you go to the Neiman Marcus, it'll show you the advent calendar like a picture, and then next to it'll say, sorry, out of stock. Okay, great, but I would still like to see, you know, maybe some reviews on the advent calendar, maybe some metrics, maybe a value, something like that. But for some reason, I personally cannot get to the advent calendar page. The $980 that we're working with did not come straight from the lips of Neiman. I wonder who Neiman is. Who is Marcus? Augustina's butter. The fancy, oh, it's not the rich cream. Oh my goodness, this is something different. This is the eye cream. Wow. Have we taken a step down from the rich cream? Did Augustinus lose some of the family wealth? No more ponies? A little. It's kind of cute though. I like the little coppery type packaging, and I do love me an eye cream. I really like testing out eye creams. I also love when cameras focus. That's also something that's really nice. There's have a little guy here of the Augustinus batter eye cream. I can't recall if we've ever seen this or not. We always get the rich cream. It's like pretty much a guarantee every advent calendar season that we're gonna get at least one bottle, typically full size, of the Augustinus butter, the rich cream. It feels like there's nothing in here. Oh, it's because it's 0.1 fluid ounces, that's why. So this has TFC8 in it. I love it when they like just slap random letters and numbers together and make it sound, you know, like big technological scientific advancement. Oh, you don't say. Inspired by over 30 years of scientific innovation, this lightweight yet intensely moisturizing formula is packed with potent peptides to create skin firmness while reducing the appearance of under-eye puffiness and dark circles, lines, and wrinkles. Here's the fun part. We gotta go see how much it is. $205 for 15 mLs. This is 3 mLs. 205 divided by 5? $41. 41. I wish y'all could feel this in your hands. I wish you could feel how like light as air this feels, because there's like nothing in it. Alrighty, date number 4 is up next here. That kind of feels just heavy. Hey, you look familiar. Is this our first repeat of advent calendar season? I'm scanning, I'm looking everywhere for it. Oh, I might have already put it back in its box. This is the second little bottle here of the Salt and Stone body wash that we have received. The first one came in the Anthropology advent calendar, and I couldn't smell it at that point when I received it because I was going insane, just very nose blind to fragrances from how many perfumes we smelled. So this time I actually get to sniff it. Oh, no wonder I couldn't smell it. It's a very light scent. It is a nice scent though, very kind of clean, refreshing. Oddly enough, it does smell kind of salty. I know that Salt and Stone, like that's not that's not the scent of the body wash or anything, but there is like a saltiness to it. It does smell high end, it smells classy, like a nice spa. I've never been to a nice spa, but like, if I were to imagine what a nice spa smells like, I gotta fix that. It's so little of it. I like to foam up, I like to lather up when I'm in the shower, so this would last me literally like maybe 2 showers. The full size of it, remembering correctly, is $36. Shucks. You can buy it in a 32 ounce just jug for $56, or you can get 15 13.2 ounces for $36. We'll base it off the jug size because usually that's gets you a little bit more bang for your buck. Ooh, $2.80. What a just a roller coaster there pricing. We went from $41 little tiny tube of eye cream to $2.80 for the body wash. Ooh, okay. Up next here we have the Dr. Sabah Hyaluronic Acid Serum, and we've also received this. I feel we need to keep like a list. How would I even do that? It seems like an Excel spreadsheet, which I have never done. I do believe this might be our second repeat of Advent Calendar season so far. We potentially got this in the Vogue Advent Calendar, and I do also know it's a ridiculous price for hyaluronic acid. and it could be literally remarkable, impeccable, tiny. 0.17 fluid ounces or a 5 milliliter bottle with a little bloopy top on the top. This just says it is hydrating, revitalizing, and tightening. Ooh, okay, so collagen levels are boosted and optimal hydration levels maintained. That sounds interesting, but then it says you can use it around your eyes for a tightening effect. I feel like a lot of acids say specifically like, hey, don't put this around your eyeball area, okay? I can't help it. Dr. Sabah. That just sounds like an evil villain doctor. On the Neiman Marcus website, 0.67 fluid ounces is $97. We have 0.17 fluid ounces, so like 166. So we're looking at like $24-ish. I got $24.60 some odd cents. We'll be generous. We'll go ahead and round up to 25. I probably won't be doing a value breakdown like this intense for every single Advent Calendar. I was just really interested in finding the true value of this Advent Calendar because I couldn't find it listed on Neiman Marcus's website anywhere, and I just kind of grabbed it from a secondary, source location. I just want to see if that $980 is it close? All right, day number 6. Oh, it's a tonic. This is the Retrove Art Science Beauty Conditioning Tonic with Chamomile. Ah, there it is. I haven't even been checking, to be fully honest, but this is the words that I was looking for. Right there. Deluxe sample, not for sale. And that is why these calendars that only have sample size items in them, I mean, some things do have actual, like a true market value, but the things that are truly only samples they don't have a real value in the market, so you can just only guess. Like as close as I can get here, like that's my best guess because there is no established value for this item because it's a sample meant to be given away for free to entice customers to come back for like, a regular size. That's the whole point of a sample. You go to the food court at the mall, you walk around in a circle, you get as many little pieces of chicken on a stick as they'll give you before they recognize that it's you and they won't give you any more chicken on a stick, and then you buy the whole tray of the Chinese food. And that's how it goes. Same thing with the sample. You go into a Neiman Marcus, not me personally, because I don't think there's one within 1,000 miles of me, but you go into a Neiman Marcus and you say, hey, I'm interested in a conditioning tonic. Do you have any samples? And then they'll hand you this for free because the Retro reps have given them these for free in hopes that you return and buy a whole thing. That's how samples work, and that's why this has no real true value because it's intended to be given for free. So what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna give it an estimated value, aka an imaginary value. Jeebus. Okay, so the full size of it, beautiful bottle by the way, looks very, very elegant, is $65. For 200 milliliters of it, we have 30 milliliters, so like $9.75. And that's just the best I can do because this has no actual real value. Alrighty, day number 7 is heavy. Oh, this seems like it might not be a deluxe size, non-real value sample. This is from Mind Games. Ooh, very exciting. Oh, it's perfume. Oh, I'm very excited about that. I think my nostrils are finally clear of all the Anthropologie perfumes, so I can finally smell again. Pomegranate suede. What a unique combination. Yeah, okay. This thing, it feels like a brick. This is heavy. It's like a chunk of metal. This thing could be like a weapon. This is giving soup for my family vibes. Like, this is heavy. Ooh, it has a little sprayer to it. Oh, that is a very masculine smelling, like cologne type scent. I can't. The pretension, is pretension a word? Pretentiousness of the way fragrances are described. It's juxtaposition of abandon and control. It is said to explore darkness and the excitement of anticipation. Okay, sure. It's $375. I'll tell you that for 3.4 ounces. They've written a whole book. Jadobi develops and expands into an intense experience, realizing the excitement found in the anticipation of a new love, a raw, singular being. What? What's it smell like? Top notes. Rouge Gracielle, mandarin oil, bright red pomegranate, base notes of ambrostar, benzoin, vintage leather, patchouli, and swazi. I'm not cut out for this. I don't know. Just right like on the nose. It smells very masculine. It just has those, you know, Matthew McConaughey, all right, cologne commercial notes to it. They kill me, but a touch of Axe body spray. Just a hint of Old Spice body wash. It is very different, actually. Once you spray it out, it hits the skin. It's incredible how much it changes. For me personally, it is just still a little bit too masculine. It's giving a very, like, clean man out of shower scent. I'm hoping this is something you can actually like physically purchase with money, so it has like a real true value to it. It is, however, only 0.25 fluid ounces. It seems like a lot, I guess, because it's wrapped in like 17 layers of lead in case of nuclear fallout. I'm not seeing anywhere on the website, which I could just be overlooking it, where you can purchase like just this case and like one fragrance. They have a whole bunch of different sets for a varying range of cost. The only value I can associate with it is what the market value is secondhand on eBay. Like that's as close as I can get. It looks like the going rate on eBay for this little setup here with the case and then the one fragrance is about 60 bucks. That seems to be what people are listing them for on eBay, so that is the closest I can get. 8. Ooh. My heavens. 111 skin, aka 3 skin. 0.25 fluid ounces of Celestial Black Diamond Eye Cream. Gently apply day and night to the delicate area around the eye. Day and night. I feel like the squeezy tube is incredibly deceiving and it's black, so I cannot see through the plastic. It looks like a decent size. It feels empty. Lordy be, the full size of it is $300 because of course it is. A firming eye cream for revitalized, brighter, and younger looking skin. It targets laxity lines and pigmentation. The full size is 15 milliliters. I think I broke for a second there. I was trying to adjust my eyes to see if they were deceiving me or if what I was reading is what I was reading, and apparently what I was reading was what I was reading. That's so silly. That's so silly. This somehow is apparently, supposedly, $150 worth of eye cream. I could swallow this. This is like a regular size multivitamin. I guess I have to write 150 down on my little paper here. 150. Which is over 1/6 the value of the Pup Calendar, if it is indeed $980. Wow. I gotta speed up. I've been filming for eons. Day number 9 is up next. We have a G Beauty Luxury Matte Lipstick. Oh, we actually have a little bit of makeup in here from, I guess G Beauty. Yeah. Like I've never heard of this brand before. I think I'd remembered a brand name like G, as in like G Golly Willigers. This is the signature lip in the shade CC. Ooh, a very nice little, very standard but kind of minimal, simple, elegant gold tube. Nothing too fancy on it, no inscriptions or anything, just the logo on the top. It's a pretty color. It's a nice shade. Could I actually really like that? I might. It smells of wax. No like added fragrance or anything. That's unusual. I'm kind of really wanting to take off the lip product I'm wearing anyway. It's balling up a little bit, which I cannot stand. So I'm gonna pop this off and then we're gonna try that on. You know, for years I couldn't get makeup wipes to sit on my desk, and now I finally have makeup wipes, and yet this random roll of toilet paper, it just calls to me. Ooh. Looking at it in this light, away from my skin tone, it's a nice kind of natural, neutral, almost brownish, rosy mauve shade. And then immediately when I put it like this, it's straight peaches and cream. Oh man, I don't think I'm gonna like it. I don't want to swatch it if I'm not gonna like it. I want it, like part of me wants to try, but at the same time I don't want to ruin a perfectly good lipstick. I just know as soon as I put it up to my lip like that, I've never really encountered that before. Oh, it'll make my teeth look so yellow. Oh, I didn't look at the price. And that is a $34 lipstick. All right, day number 10 is up next here. A little squeezy tube. We've had not that many little squeezy tubes, so that's good. This is made in Iceland. Very fancy. It's a Bio-Effect facial cleanser that transforms from a gel to a milk. Delicious. Oh boy, okay, so the full size is $75 for 4.06 ounces, and this one is 0.68 fluid ounces. It's made in Vic Iceland. I live in Kentucky. We have the lamest names for stuff. Could you imagine everything being called like Vickeroffs? That's so cool. This little guy is $12.56. All right, 11 is up next. This has a little bit of weight to it. This is a Roz Santa Lucia. Oh, it's a styling oil. It's supposed to protect smooth and add shine. It's a pretty little box. I like that color. It's a pretty little bottle. What a cute little bottle. I like that. The frosted glass and that kind of like almost like foamy sea glassy blue green. Ooh, kind of herbally, a little bit like fruity floral though. Ooh, that smells good. It says you're supposed to apply it to damp hair, but it's on my hands, so we're just gonna do it anyway. Okay, maybe though my hair a little bit more tangly than I anticipated it to be, but does it does it look shiny? I think this is a nice little product. It does say not for resale on the back, so I assume that I'm not gonna be able to just find a price for it because again, it doesn't have a price, but it's not a value. What am I thinking of that's named Roz? Tossed salad and scrambled eggs. What's the name of that show? Kelsey Grammer? The old man and then like the little skinny blonde one? I remember like I can see it in my head. What's the name of that show? Not Seinfeld. Frasier. I think that's what I'm thinking of is Roz from Frasier. Oh, I'm sleepy. I've also been feeling very not good. I'm so sorry we've had that many videos recently. I have been quite not feeling good, unfortunately. So that makes our little bottle here $11.25. Oh no, I've lost the second half of my paper. Come back. All right, moving along here, we have a little itty bitty tiny guy. Oh, but heavy. Homage, guidance, miniature. Oh, it's perfume. Oh, you guys know how I feel about tiny things. It's precious. Oh, I love the color. What a beautiful little tiny bottle. It's so cute. See, when it's adorable and itty bitty and tiny like this and miniature, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's the cutest thing I've ever seen. But when you give me just like a squeezy tube with like 3 drops of skincare in it, I'm like, why? I can't open it. I don't think it's a twist top. I think you're just to pop it open, but it's a little hard. It's like he's wearing a tiny little beanie. Oh my heavens. There we go. Oh, whoa, whoa. Smelling salts. What the heck is that? That's very, very strong. Try this perfume over here on the skin. Trying not to spill it this time. What is that? I didn't mean to gag. I don't think I love it. What the heck is that? I'm just gonna go ahead and look this up. I could potentially attempt to give you guys notes. I know I'm gonna be wrong. I know I am. I don't know what that smells like. $380 for 3.4 ounces. Lord. No wonder I don't like that. The notes are a novel interpretation of the homage triad of rose, frankincense, and ambergris. Which I just got done saying I thought smelled like icky. It just smells icky. Yeah. Oh my god, I hate it. I detest it. I detest it. Oh, I hate it. That might be one of the worst things I've ever smelled. That's going right back in there. Dang, got it. I have to see how big it is. 0.3 fluid ounces. Oh, it's on my body. Oh gosh, I still have like an hour left of filming or more. Ugh, stop smelling. Alright, it's $33.50 worth of disgusting fragrance. Please look, if you love this, if you have this, if you've tried this, if you love this, what does it smell like to you? Because I'm sure it smells different to everybody and different on everybody. I can't handle it. I'm about to go wash my arm. I'm about to just go scrub it down in the sink. But I would love to know what it smells like to you. Heavens, that's gross. Alright, halfway through this advent calendar, moving on to day number 13 here. If you look at a decent sized box, that's good. Oh, it's a pretty box. I don't know, this feels like luxury to me. This packaging, it's kind of like a traffic cone on the camera here. It has this like tiny, like little ribbing texture to it, and the way the gold like of the name is inlaid into the packaging, it looks super fancy. This is high active skincare made in Germany. Outer, A-U-T-E-U-R, explore, discover, reveal. This is supposed to be the definitive renewal serum. Oh, it's slightly blue. That's fun. I like that. There's no, it doesn't say what it's for, but I'm sure it's supposed to be renewing. All of a sudden, I'm just losing my voice. Why is that happening? I think it's like being burned. My vocal cords being burned by the fragrance on my wrist. Heavens to Betsy. And the full size is $390. And you get 30 milliliters, and here you get 7. So it's still like a dumb amount for this much. It's $91. $91 worth of serum that I still don't even really know what does. Besides the renews what? I don't know. Hopefully my Faith in humanity for $91. Okay, we finally got down to it. Reduce the appearance of dynamic lines, improve collagen synthesis for firmer skin, and restore hydration and balance. Fantastic. That sounds lovely. It's so expensive. Alrighty, 14 is up next here. I can't tell if the drawer's just stuck or if this one's heavy. A little bit of both, maybe. Ski-Too. This is a very standard item for us to get in advent calendars. We get at least 2 to 3 bottles of this every single year. This is the Ski-Too Essence, and it's another expensive fancy skincare brand. A small version of it. Wow, okay, you have a lot of options when purchasing your Ski-Too Essence. You can get 2.5 ounces for $99, 5.4 ounces for $190, 7.7 ounces for $245, and if you're really wanting like a bargain per ounce, there's an 11-ounce bottle for $325. So you don't run out. We have 1 fluid ounce of product, which I've said the whole time is still a dumb amount of money. $39.60, $40 for this little guy. I can't wrap my head around the bottle the size of my pointer finger being $40. I just can't do it. I'm gonna quickly deliver the boys to their dad in the other room because Tater's getting real itchy and I'm afraid like the stank of this room right now from this just one fragrance. I'm so sorry this is like your favorite. Like, oh, I'm bashing it. I've never bashed a fragrance as much in my life, but it's making me like physically ill. But I'm afraid the stank is getting to Tater a little bit, so I'm gonna take him in there, let him get some fresh air. Maybe I'll get some fresh air. Like, I need to be able to breathe. And I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. It's been a minute, and I now have a personal vendetta against that perfume. Oh, it's getting later and later as this goes. Let's go ahead and move on here to day number 15. Get this going. It's a tiny squeezy tube here, but the couple lines on this are concerning me a little bit. This is from Miriam Clavedo. This is a hair care luxe line with fresh rose stem cells. I don't think I can handle another combination of like ambergris and rose. It might just do me in. So this can be applied to damp or dry hair. It's supposed to be a hair repairing and hair multiplying serum. What do you mean by that? Multiply as in how? Oh, at least in the little safety seal it actually doesn't smell too bad. It's very kind of like baby powderish floral. Look, there is some rose in there, but it's not, you know, gonna send me to the hospital. It's all very over dramatic, but I definitely do have a fairly extreme headache and I'm very nauseous after smelling that. Multiplying serum. I've never in all of my, and I've looked at everything, every single thing that's supposed to help you regrow hair, grow more hair, stop losing hair. Hair multiplying? That sounds nice. On the Neiman Marcus website, it is $60 for 3.4 fluid ounces. We have 0.7 ounces, so definitely just a little bit of it. It just says it's an intensely repairing serum that works at the molecular level to repair broken bonds, reversing hair fiber damage back to virgin hair. Is that possible? Can you fix like, you know, like split ends? Can you actually like stick them back together? There's one review and it's not good. Not effective. A waste of money. Interesting, Neiman Marcus. Very interesting because if I recall your flap right here. Where's your flap? Experience 25 of our beauty buyer favorites. Now, according to the age 45 to 54 female from Simpsonville, South Carolina, it's not her favorite. And that's the only one who appears to have bought it and done a review at least. So I don't really know what your parameters were for beauty buyer favorites, but interesting, very interesting. I would love for them to go into more detail about like the multiplying part. They probably can't because that's probably a false claim, but we won't talk about that. All right, 16 is up next here in the top corner. Christian Louboutin. Louboutin. Oh my gosh, it's a perfume. Oh heavens. Oh, okay. I can do it. I can do it. We got through the Louboutin advent calendar last year and it was just perfume. 18 days of this calendar was perfume and we survived. We can do this. None of those perfumes tried to like actively end me though, so a little bit different circumstances. I'm sure I have this floating around here somewhere. This is the Louboutin. That's such a silly name. We have a fun little vial of Louboutin by Christian Louboutin. And I can just, there we go. See, that's like a standard, like, fine fragrance. Like, it's fine. It just smells fine. If I saw, like, you smelled somebody walking past me wearing this, I wouldn't be, like, concerned. Oh, gosh, here we go. Gosh, it's just so normal now. It just smells so regular. Even after smelling this on me, I can still smell it in the air. This just has like a nice kind of light white floral fragrance or something. Just a very classic kind of scent. The full bottle of the Christian Louboutin Eau de Parfum is $200 for 1.7 ounces, $320 for 3.4 ounces. Yeah, it's a floral fruity Eau de Parfum that's joyful. Lovely. We have 4 milliliters of it, or 0.14 fluid ounces, for a total of $13.17. Oh, interesting. Alrighty, I don't know if I've ever heard of anything on here before. This is Agent Nature. Yeah, that's not how you spell nature, right? Nature. Poly Bright Resurface Glass Face Mask. It says apply evenly over the face, neck, chest, front of hands, and wrists with a brush. Leave on for 30 minutes. For more intensity, leave on overnight. So you're just supposed to be like go to bed. Use 3 times a week. Do they provide the brush? Oh, it looks like honey. Ooh, that's fun. It looks very sticky to rub over, like, you know, 1/3 of your body and not touch anything all night. The full size is $92. Honestly, the bottles look exactly the same, so I'm kind of hoping this is a full size. 30 milliliters, 1 ounce. Hey, 30 milliliters, 1 ounce. $90 for this stuff. My heavens. We probably will hit our 980, whether or not we think that 980 is like a real, actual, legitimate number, not imaginary. That's a different conversation, but I feel like we might get there. And number 18. Oh, for a second I thought it was empty. I really did. Is it a foil packet sample? Because that's kind of what it's looking like. All right, so we have an eyelash conditioner from Revitalash. Oh, everything else is in French. German? Amsterdam. Dutch. So this is an eyelash conditioner that's supposed to help like grow your lashes, grow more lashes, longer lashes. You know what's really interesting? Since I started using the beef tallow stuff like in my skincare, like rubbing it into my eyelashes to get off mascara and things like that, my eyelashes have been growing. They've been growing longer and thicker, and I guess just the conditioning oils of the beef tallow have been helping. So I mean, this is for conditioning, so I'm sure it'll work great. It seems to be very small. Oh, sample not for sale right there. Yeah, sample not for resale. 0.025 fluid ounces in here. I'll go ahead and see how much this stuff is regularly. I'm sure it's very expensive. Yes, it is. $100 for a 3-month supply. They do also have a 6-month supply option, which is $152, and then a 6-week supply option, that's $59. So I guess we should base it off that. If we're basing it off the 2 milliliter 3-month supply, which seems to be like kind of the standard one, this little guy here is $22. But the problem is 1 milliliter gets you 6 weeks, and this is only 0.75 milliliters, so a little bit under the 6-week mark, and all of their research results are done in a 6-week time frame. So like the 98% improved lash appearance, healthier looking lashes, stronger lashes, all that kind of stuff was over a 6-week time frame. So they're not even giving you enough to try it out for 6 weeks and see if you are actually going to receive any of those improvements. I guess they're hoping that you'll do it for 4 weeks and be like, dang it, maybe I'm kind of seeing something. I'll go ahead and buy like a full-size bottle so I can continue to see if I get results. And that's like the enticement of getting a sample. Perhaps that's why they do it. But I do think it's a little bit frustrating that, you know, they're not even going to give you a full 6 weeks in a sample, because once you stop using this stuff, it goes back to normal. So like if you were to receive a full 6-week sample, and at the end of those 6 weeks, you're like, oh my gosh, this is great. Well, you're gonna have to keep buying it. But $22 on that, kind of, you know, again, not for sale. It doesn't have real market value. There's no intrinsic value to it. It's a free sample. But if we have to give it a price, $22. All right, 19 is up next here. Oh my God, it's the perfume. I'm not gonna make it. This is Initio Narcotic Delight. Eau de Parfum. This was gonna be a new one for me. I can't even imagine what that's gonna smell like. So far nothing, which is kind of nice. That's a very odd scent as well. I feel like there's a candy or like a sugar or like maybe like a candied fruit. Like, you know how you like roll grapes around and sugar and they get hard and crunchy. And then maybe there's some like vanillas and ambers, and it's interesting, very interesting. Okay, let's go ahead and see. $380. Is that just like the going rate for 3.4 ounces of perfume nowadays? Not adding to cart. Let's not do that. So we got vanilla bean, pink pepper, cognac, and then cherry. I think I was definitely picking up on like that kind of cognac sweetness. I could smell like sweet and fruity, so that would make sense with like the cognac and cherry. And then the vanilla was in there as well. So yeah, I mean, it's an interesting scent. It doesn't smell bad, so that's good. That's an improvement. Something you wear like I don't know, maybe to get like cocktails at a speakeasy. Speakeasy cocktails. Also, just a quick note here, it does say not for sale on the back. I'm starting to wonder, honestly, if Neiman Marcus did ever fully say a value, because sometimes that's how calendars get away with being able to sell samples, basically, is they don't say the value. They just don't say it, because sometimes, maybe not with this one because there are larger size items in here, but sometimes there is no value. So they just don't say it because technically these are free samples, so they're basically getting away with it by just like, oh, look at this lovely $225 box that you're buying. Isn't it silly and funny that all the little drawers have random free stuff in it? La Mer. Oh, now we're getting fancy with it. The most overpriced skincare, I think, is it known to man? Sure, there's probably more overpriced skincare. This is the most overpriced skincare, like, known to me, or one of the most overpriced ones. We have the Creme de la Mer, the moisturizing cream. Just an itty bitty, tiny little, very standard, like, drugstore looking packaging. For this product to be so expensive, you'd think they'd package it in like a, I don't know, golden sarcophagus or something. Like, it's just the most basic packaging you could dream of. This must not be like the most expensive thing La Mer makes, because I'm fairly certain they do have like $1,000, like they have a $1,000 product. This one does go up to $610 at Sephora though. I guess it's a real, just big plastic tub of it. Costco size. 9,000 reviews. Who is buying this? 0.5 fluid ounces is $100. I'm almost afraid to look at this box. I'm almost afraid to look to see how much is in this. If this is $100, well then I guess it's $100, and that's just what it is. Oh, but it's not. Okay, it's only $50. Makes me feel so much better. Isn't that just remarkable? Like, this random, just like thick-ish looking moisturizer can be $50 for a squirt. It smells like Nivea. Okay, at number 21 here, we have an Aesop Rind Concentrate Body Balm. Ooh, okay. Pink grapefruit, orange rind, and lemon rind. Very interesting. Fast-acting moisturizing balm boosted with citrus, aloe, and carrot extracts. I bet this is gonna smell really good. I do like citrusy smelling things, especially if it's like a nice orange citrus. Oh, that's super citrusy. Oh, I do like that. That smells good. It just looks kind of like a standard lotion. It's a little bit on the yellowish side, but it smells super, super citrusy. I like that. The full size that I'm seeing here is, it's also $100, but at least it's more than, 0.5 ounces. 16.4 ounces. That's a respectable amount of fluid, but still $100 is a lot of money for lotion. So it's $100 for 16.4 ounces. This is 1.6 ounces. So does that mean this is like 10 bucks? Is that math? Did I math? Hey, yeah, kind of math. $9.75. Yeah, that'll prove my remedial math professor wrong. Oh, you didn't have to take remedial math in college? Just me? Huh. But hey, I still graduated with 2 bachelor's degrees and a master's degrees with the 4.0, including that remedial math class and all the other, the normal people ones. Moving along here today at number 22, we're getting really close to the end of this calendar, and also really close to the end of me being awake. Okie dokie. Next we have here a refining enzyme and vitamin C cleanser from Babor. The little oh, that's a rose. I like to say little sorty thing through the O makes me want to say it like Babor, but it's a rose, so we'll stick with Babor. This is a 2-in-1 cleanser and peeling for every skin type. It's powder. I didn't anticipate it being powder. It's got me hiccuping. So I don't know if you guys can see it in there, but the little cleanser is actually in powder form. That's super interesting. It just says, avoid eyes, mucous membranes, and mouth area. Don't inhale the powder. Don't do it. I do just want to give it like a little smell though, to see if it smells like anything. So we're just gently, oh, there is something there. Yeah, there is something. You know what? They're very correct. Don't inhale the powder. Don't even sniff it a little bit. I could feel that in my nostril. $40 for the full size, which is also 40 grams. So you got like $1 a gram. This is 15 grams, so $15. That makes it pretty easy, Babor. Thank you. Babor! Well, day number 23 isn't just the tiniest little feller. Look at that. It's so small. Is it a fragrance? Oh my god. Okay, well, this is from Materie Premier, and this is a vanilla, wait, was it upside down? Okay, no, it's upside down the second time. There we go. A vanilla powder perfume. So I love vanilla scents, so that's good. I'm glad it's a scent that I really enjoy. There is 0.2 fluid ounces of perfume in this little guy. It seems like it's so small. Right off the bat, I'm not overwhelmed with the vanilla scent. I thought it would be a bit more like strongly vanilla. I'm almost getting more of the powder. All right, let's start rolling up sleeves here. Ooh, okay, on the skin, when it warms up a little bit, you do start getting that vanilla. I don't inhale too much. Definitely gonna let that dry down for another second or two. That alcohol hit was like really strong. Wow, that's an incredibly accurate name. Like it's like if vanilla were powder, it's a powdery vanilla scent. That's, yeah, spot on. Hey, this one's a bargain. It's only $205. Oh, but that's for 1.7 ounces. Okay, never mind. It's only $280 for 3.4 ounces. So this little fella here is $16.47. And honestly, this might be my favorite perfume of the evening. Yeah, I think I can fairly confidently say this is my favorite perfume of the evening. I love vanilla scents. It just has a very just light, super soft. I guess that's where the powderiness comes in. It's a very soft vanilla scent, like some muskiness to it a little bit. But it's nice. It's nice. It's very calming after the rest of these. That's something I would actually wear like on a regular basis, and you know, not have people think that I crawled out of the back dumpster of the fragrance section of the Macy's. On to day number 24, we just have day number 25 left, and that's everything. Oh, day debut! Oh, day debut. If you guys are new around here, first of all, I'm sorry. This has been the longest, most rambling video of my entire life, and I'm like loopy from breathing in just these air vapors. This is a small room. This is a very small room. I just assumed the first time I saw this brand that it said Day Debut because it looks like it says Day Debut. This is a firming serum supreme, and this is also a sample not for sale. I wonder how many things said sample not for sale and I just like didn't even register. Day Debut. Very lightly fragranced. It's just a nice like little creamy texture serum. I was typing in Day. I was about to Google Day Debut, but that's unfortunately not what it's called. I think I start a petition to have them change their name. Day Debut! It's down there! I think there's a good chance, based on the fact that Google filled in Pew for me after typing in Day, that we have enough people to sign the petition. The full size of the Clé de Peau Firming Serum Supreme, 40 milliliters of it is $350. We have 9 milliliters of it. $97.50. Oh, Day. You're a pricey lady. Okie dokie. Yes, that is a very expensive item to get inside the advent calendar, but again, we must note that the back of it said sample, not for sale. So the $97, like we can guesstimate, we can put an educated guess on how much it is, and yet still there is no like actual price for it in existence. Like you can't just purchase it. Made it to the final day of the advent calendar. I'm really hoping for something really nice in the final day. We've definitely gotten some theoretically very expensive items in here, so that's really lovely. I feel like we probably are gonna hit, probably, our $980 value. It was a $225 advent calendar, that's expensive. So I'd love to see something nice, something exciting for the final day. So day number 25, let's see what we got. Oh, you know what? I've had this before. This is from because I got a Sisley advent calendar. That makes sense. The next and the final item inside of this advent calendar is a little, looks like either lip product or a multi-stick from Sicily, Paris, which they are big fancy ooh la la, so I'm sure this is what a color. What a nice like grayish that is. Looking a little bit more lively on camera there, but in person it's looking real grayish. This is a Fido Lip Twist number 1, so I'm guessing it is for your lips. I feel like that might be slightly dead looking, a little bit washed out. I'm gonna do just a little swatch on the back of my hand. Oh, there's almost no color. Okay, well, I guess if it basically doesn't show up, then it's not really gonna wash you out. So it's a very, very light sheer, just kind of kiss of color. There are what seem to be little itty tiny flecks of glitter in it. This is an interesting lip color. I'm gonna see how much you can build it up. Oh, honestly, it's not that bad. It's starting to look a lot less grayish. Actually building up some layers of color there. In the stick, I was like, oh no. but that was pretty good. That was pretty. I think it's just a bit of a sheer overlay with a little bit of glitter to it. Definitely think it might be washing me out a little bit. It's also not doing any favors for my teeth. They're looking, oh boy. It's nice that it's from Sicily, Paris. It could be a full size. Never mind, it says free sample right there on the back. Echantillon gratuit, free sample. So no. Oh, and then also, just to reiterate, not for sale. So no, they could, on the final day, they couldn't do something full size? Oh, it's $60 full size, well dang. That's a very expensive, like little kind of chapsticky, lip tinty, glossy pen thing. 2.5 grams is the full size, and we have, oh no, 0.03 ounces. Those aren't the same measurements. How much is 0.03 ounces in grams? All right, so this is like 20 bucks. That's expensive. That truly and honestly is, especially because it doesn't seem to be anything remarkable, unusual, different, stunning, unlike anything else. The reason it's so expensive is because of the name brand, because it's Sicily, but it is a fairly just standard item. So nothing too crazy exciting on the final day, but not the worst item by far. The worst item by far is that perfume that tried to kill me. Alrighty folks, I'm keeping track of all my little numbers there, all my little values. Now remember, these are like my best guess, because honestly, that's the best anybody can do, including Neiman Marcus. Because how do you assert a value on something that is intended to be free? It's a little hard. There's a little bit of guesswork involved, but from my breakdown, my analysis here, I got $941.90. Not exactly $9.80, but not too far off. I'm sure somewhere in this valuation they decided that their free samples cost more than I did. These things are real. They're real in the fact that they are tangible and something that we can like touch and physically hold, but they are unreal in the manner of an actual physical product that can be purchased on the marketplace with an established value. We're all just making stuff up. I've got to go to bed. Anywho, so that's everything that came in the $225 Neiman Marcus advent calendar. Let me know what you all thought about it. I don't love that so many things in here said sample, not for sale, not for sale. Some other advent calendars that we have done, the items were smaller, but they were physical items that you could go purchase on a website. I would have loved it if more of these items were not even full size, but at least purchasable size. Unfortunately, that is not the case. Many of them were just literally free samples, and I do take issue with that. I do. There is some good stuff in here. Of course, some incredibly, stupidly expensive samples of skincare and such. I got the candle and the scrunchie, so like a couple, different items rather than just skincare and makeup. Well, mainly skincare, got like 2 makeup things. I've gone ahead and divided all of the items from the box into 3 different categories here. So the first category are all of the items in the advent calendar that explicitly say that they are free samples, sample sizes, not for sale. So any of the items that you look at here are going to have some variation of sample, free sample, not for sale, stamped on the physical item itself or on the packaging or on both. Then we have a category number 2 over here, which these are items that don't have that stamp anywhere on them that at least I could find. However, I still believe that these items are sample sizes or they're trial sizes, travel sizes, or something that you can only purchase in a set because you cannot purchase the items on the internet anywhere that I've seen in these amounts. And then finally, our third little category here are items that are actually full size and purchasable. The 2-pack of little slip scrunchies I can find on Amazon. This is a full size, and then this lipstick appears to be full size as well. So there are categories. And then here's everything all together as one. $225 come out of your pocket for this for a supposed $980 value. What do you guys think? But overall, you are paying $225 for samples you could have acquired likely many other ways. Where did this come from? I don't know where this came from. This is a whole bag of samples. I think it came with an advent calendar that I purchased. But I mean, we get this in advent. Look at that. This is Boom Boom Cream. We got the Molten Brown. These are things we get these in advent calendars. They sell them to us for a whole day in an advent calendar. I got it in a plastic bag for free. Anyway, you guys, that's all I have for y'all today. I'm sure you're very happy about that. Let me know what you think. As always, we have so many more advent calendars left to go. I might have to start doing like double posts or something some days because we're getting close to Christmas and we are not anywhere near close to being done with advent calendars. So there could be a couple double post days if you guys are okay with that. Hey Tater, you want to do advent calendar? You want a treat? Are you sleepy? Me. Taylor, you're too tired for Advent calendar? Trim want a treat? And you want a treat? Do you want a treat? You can't plastic. You can't plastic. Oh, that wakes you out. You sitting? You sitting, good boy? You sit? Now you're awake, Tater. You're awake now? You're awake. But just thank you guys so very much for watching. Please go ahead and consider subscribing if you would not mind. It means the absolute world to me. I just hope you guys have a lovely, wonderful, fantastic day. I'll see y'all next time. Bye!